In the Know, a radio program talking to the newsmakers in Ogle, Lee, DeKalb counties and beyond, keeping you in the know. Here's your host, Charles Van Horn.
Good morning, and with us from the Oregon Chamber, Chance. Good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Now, trick-or-treat time is upon us. A lot of communities have their trick-or-treat hours set, but Oregon has something special happening in the downtown area.
Yeah, so this year we're collaborating with Hazel's Cafe doing a downtown trick-or-treat. That's going to take place Saturday from 12 to 3 in downtown Oregon. We've got a ton of businesses participating. We've got some businesses in Conover Square participating. Looking like it's going to be a good time. So we're asking all the little ones and parents even get all dressed up and come take some trips into our local businesses, grab some candy, maybe find a deal or two, and have a great time in downtown Oregon.
And again, what time is that?
So that's going to be from 12 to 3 on the 26th of October.
All right, Chance. Thank you much.
Thank you.
Sublette 365 making a big donation to the village of Sublette for the new ambulance. That ambulance is going to be ready hopefully at the beginning of the new year. It's a long way to go cash-wise, but how great is it to help out to try to get one step closer to getting that parked in the shed?
Yeah, the community support we've received has been tremendous. We've received two $25,000 donations this year, and to be able to help from the 365 side to help, provide an asset to the community that almost every family is gonna benefit from. Was really impactful and something that we want to do for all of the residents of the Sublette community.
Ambulances are not cheap, to put it mildly, and they don't seem to be getting any less expensive. How tough is it for these small towns to try to raise funds to afford a new rig?
It's really become a challenge both on the fire and the EMS side. We've seen over the last, say, 4 or 5 years, the cost of equipment rise by upwards of 50%. And, in a small community like Sublette, our tax base is not increasing at the same rate as all of this equipment. So to have people in the community like we have with this great support step up and help out has been really tremendous. We're seeing fire trucks today, in the neighborhood of anywhere from 500 to 1.1 million. And when we look back, 5, 6, 7 years ago, those costs were almost half. It's just making it harder and harder for small communities to provide the equipment and the level of service that as a taxpayer we come to accept. So we're going to continue to do the best we can and continue to fight for those dollars. And some of that's coming through grants and funding, and then again, community support, though, in Sublette, Woodhaven Lakes, and our surrounding communities has just been so tremendous on everything that we do, and this donation is helpful. And, getting a really valuable, piece of equipment in our hands. What we've seen this last year is a rise in call volume. So our population might only be 380 people, but we're already sitting at 235 calls for service. So not quite one a day, and that's pretty incredible for our small town.
It'll take a lot of pancake breakfasts to try to pay for some of this equipment, that's for sure. Somebody wants to donate to Sublette or to any other department, what should somebody do?
Yeah, they can reach out to us via social media or either myself or Fire Chief Kevin Schultz. We definitely would welcome that donation. Again, the community support has been beyond phenomenal. The way that everybody steps up, and we're just hoping to, lessen the impact to our taxpayers. And any donation is more than welcome to help offset the cost of this equipment.
Nick Dingus, thank you so much for joining us. You have a great day.
Yep, you as well.
We are talking now with two ladies from Focus House here in Ogle County. Brenda Mason, the director, is in this morning, and also Erica Holloway, the community outreach coordinator. Good morning to both of you.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Glad to have you here to talk about Focus House. Last month, we had Dave in, and he was talking about the car show that went on at Autumn on Parade, and I assume that was a big success.
That was a huge success. We had such a great day, such good weather. We had about 160 cars. We have people now that have come back year after year, and we just love talking to them and hearing their stories. And yes, it was just a wonderful day. Such great camaraderie, yes.
Good deal. And it was also a little bit of a fundraiser, we hope, right?
Absolutely. the money goes directly to our youth at the Focus House.
Okay. All right. Well, you also have another big event coming up, the 50th anniversary. We'll talk about that in a moment, but let's focus on the mission of Focus House right now.
Yeah, so we are a community program that really just serves any of the youth of Ogle County. Whatever their needs are out there, we try to meet them as best as we can. We are specifically a residential facility for court-ordered youth, but we have so many other outreach programs and outpatient programs, but I can kind of just briefly touch on the residential. So we take kids in that are ordered by a judge. They typically have committed some type of crime, and then they were put on probation, given a chance out in the community, but for whatever reason, they've continued to have some struggles or trouble. And so the court, instead of sending them to juvenile detention or to juvenile prison, will give them an opportunity to stay with us and get the treatment they need and hopefully go back to their family.
All right. It's got to be fulfilling when everything works out, right?
It is when it all works out. Yes. No. Yeah. I mean, some of our staff have been there, upwards of 25 years. So, I mean, to say, yeah, I mean, it's definitely fulfilling work, especially when you see the kids get well and just see them get to be kids in a structured and supportive environment.
Sure. And Erica, you're fairly new to Focus House, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So tell me a little bit about your job.
My job is to bring awareness to the community about Focus House, our youth, the programs that we offer. Also to spread all the fun events that we have. We have 3 huge events throughout the year, and then the 40th and 50th anniversary coming up next month is a big one for me as well.
Okay, 50th anniversary. Well, tell us about that. When is it, and how is it going to take place?
Yeah, so Focus House was started, actually, it was signed into order by a judge on November 14th, 1975. So we were able to kind of coordinate that date specifically. So it's November 14th this year. It's going to be held at Luna in Rochelle in their kind of banquet area there. It starts at 4:30. It's just, hors d'oeuvres and kind of stuff like that. There's no sit-down meal. It's more of an open house style. But then at 6 p.m., we're going to do kind of a presentation, if you will. Dave Tess is going to kind of start it. And then there'll be a variety of speakers throughout the evening. We have Jason Harper, the superintendent of the Rochelle schools, because Focus House is a cooperative program with RTHS, so they play a big role in our success. Then we have our juvenile judge, John B. Rowe, talking about juvenile justice and kind of his role in all of that. And then past director Greg Martin, who was the director for 18 years, and then myself. And so that's kind of the program. It won't last super long, but then we'll have pictures from, over the past 50 years and news clippings and, old staff and potentially some old youth that want to come back and say something. So it should be a fun evening.
Yeah, and you need funds to operate. You're supported by the community.
Yes, we're supported, and we were county owned and operated. That's where most of the operational cost comes. But as far as anything we do with our youth, I mean, we're a behavior incentive based program. So if they do well, they get privileges and incentives. So, that's what Erica raises the funds for, is for our youth to be able to go out and do things, to have fun stuff at the house that they can work towards. If they need clothing, if they need hygiene, if they need school supplies, that all comes from the money raised through these fundraisers.
Okay, we mentioned fundraisers. I think you said 3 fundraisers, right? What are those 3?
We have the Spaghetti Supper, that is in the spring, the golf outing in August, and then our car show at the Audubon Parade.
Can't forget the spaghetti, because it's always fun. People like to order that. They pre-order it and you deliver it, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah, so it went from a spaghetti supper. We still call it that a lot.
Yeah,
but
that's
it went,
true.
Yeah, but now it's basically a spaghetti lunch, and we do all orders ahead of time. Last year we served 850 spaghetti lunches.
Wow.
Yeah, our volunteers is like a well-oiled machine there. But, factories order, the schools order, so that's where we get, those big numbers. But, yeah, we're super grateful. That's in April.
And that's in April.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, again, the 50th anniversary, people just show up if they're interested, or how does that work?
Yeah, they can just show up, like I said, kind of open house style, from 4:30 till probably roughly 8 o'clock at Luna. Some people will be getting actual invites in the mail, but otherwise it's posted on our Facebook. There's an event on the Facebook. You can say, if you're interested or going. But yeah, anyone can come. Anybody there's been so many people tied to Focus House over the last 50 years, whether they had a child there or they worked there or whatever. So I think, hopefully it'll be a good turnout.
Okay. All right. Brenda, Erica, anything else either of you would like to add?
I don't think so.
We're all good?
Yeah.
Okay. November
14th. 4:30 at Luna in Rochelle.
Good to see you both this morning. Thank you
so much.
Brenda Mason and Erica Holloway, my guests this morning from Focus House.
Good morning, and joining us, owner of AP Massage Therapy, Ashley Patrick. Good morning.
Good morning.
Glad to have you with us. Big, exciting news. Something that you've helped sort of kick off and get going in and around Rochelle to help out a great number of causes is coming back, and not too far into the future for the first one.
Yes, I'm really excited. I've had such a good response from the community. Like you said, I definitely got this kicked off, but I can't take credit for everything because everyone's participation in this has really driven me to continue this on and keep seeing it going so that I can help other nonprofits in our area. And November 6th, coming up really soon, is the first one of this series.
Yeah, Small Business Bingo is back. If you haven't been to one of these fun events, Ashley, what are folks missing?
They're missing out on a lot of fun. It's a great night out. It's fairly inexpensive. It's only $15 to play 10 rounds of bingo. All of the community businesses, small businesses, have donated really awesome prizes, and the value of those are more than what you pay to get in. So if you win, you've already made more than your money back. Hopefully you come, you have a great night out with your friends, you're supporting a good cause, and can get dinner or maybe some drinks at Flight Deck at the venue and support that as well.
The Flight Deck is a great place to hold activities like this. Small Business Bingo has been there before. And Ashley, a lot of work goes into this, and you say there's a lot of people to thank, but importantly, you're doing this to raise money for great causes. What are some of the organizations that benefit from the Small Business Bingo events?
So far I've been able to help 8 total organizations through Small Business Bingo through the money raised on the nights. We've also done 2 additional, a food drive and a toy drive, and we were able to help 2 more organizations. So 10 total nonprofits last year benefited from Small Business Bingo. This year, I'm only doing 2 events versus 4. So I will be helping 4 organizations with that, and then doing a little something extra, probably a toy drive and a food drive again this year, just to spread out the love a little bit as much as we possibly can with the amount of events and time that we have to do that in. This year's events are going to be benefiting and the Community Action Network, their shopping trip for local families around the holidays. They do an awesome job providing a meal for these families, taking these kids shopping, making sure they have everything they need before the holidays. Really, really awesome cause. And also our local VFW, they also provide amazing services for our veterans, and that's something that is really important as well. So I'm excited for this first event we're kicking off to benefit both of those nonprofits. And then December's event is going to benefit Hope of Ogle County and Shining Star Children's Advocacy.
It is the Small Business Bingo events, Ashley, helping put all this together. And again, that's a lot of work. You got a lot of people to thank. And the community, of course, appreciates all these efforts as well. You've done quite a few of these, and I assume the future probably holds more events in store?
I really hope so. I mean, my plan with this is, I know last year I kind of announced that it was the end of an era after the 8 events. I just didn't want to take a good thing and really overdo it. I want it to be exciting and special and people want to come participate. And I was really thinking about taking some time off to pivot and change gears and maybe come up with a different idea or different concept. But the feedback I received was people love it. They still want to come. They still want to participate. And that really pushed me to want to bring it back this year. And as long as people are wanting to participate and are excited about it, it's still a good thing. And I don't feel like we're overdoing it to the point to where it's dying off. I'm happy just to see where it goes. And when this era is over and people are kind of tired of bingo, I'm sure I would have something else in the works in the future along the lines of just wanting to bring people together to do good for our community and spread awareness of what nonprofits and organizations we have in our area.
Small Business Bingo is back Thursday, November 6th at the Flight Deck, and then another event on Tuesday, December 2nd. Ashley, somebody wants to find out more. How can they find out more about the events?
I have created Small Business Bingo its own Facebook page this year. I do also share that on my AP Massage Therapy page, so if you're following either of those, you should be able to see the details. I'm also putting flyers and handouts at local businesses, so if you see one of those while you're out and about shopping and supporting local, please make sure you pick one up, stick it on your fridge, pass it along to your friends. Help spread the word to make it a successful event. I'm looking forward to another really great year.
Ashley Patrick, thank you so much.
Thank you. I appreciate your time.
Thank you for listening to this week's In the Know. The program returns next week at this time with another great conversation with someone from your community.